Ako tau katoa, welcome to City News. Tonight, local candidates offer their vision at the Chamber of Commerce Great Election Debate. Taking healthcare to where the people need it is the aim of Te Ora's Tamariki Ora Centre, and locals are encouraged to get tickets now for this year's Te Arawa Awards. Local candidates running in this year's general election took part in the Chamber of Commerce Great Election Debate this morning at the Distinction Hotel. Rotorua candidates Tamati Coffey, Fletcher Tabutau and Lyle Russell joined Todd McClay and Wairiki candidate Rawiri Waititi, who all took to the podium. I managed to get some audience reaction after the debate.
Yeah, it was useful. I mean, what you expect from politicians is a lot of promises. The ability to deliver is another matter. I didn't really get a reflection on how they were going to do things, and I think forestry is a classic example in terms of interest for Rotorua. You can talk about added value processing, you can talk about, creating jobs, but it's all in the doing, and as long as the asset remains in international ownership, it is very difficult for us to have any say and control.
I thought it was very, very informative. I was delighted to see the number of business owners and Rotorua people to turn out to listen to our candidates, and I feel much more informed about the election now. Thank you.
I thought it was a very interesting, open debate amongst the candidates. It's a pity there weren't a few more along who didn't front up, as we know. I won't suggest that anyone got the better of the other, because I think that wasn't the case this morning necessarily. We were all here to listen to what they all individually had to say. There were some very good comments from all members of the panel, and I congratulate them and the Chamber for organising an interesting, open, frank debate.
And we will feature each candidate's presentation over the next 5 shows, starting with Todd McClay tomorrow night. A new health centre has opened in Western Heights aimed at bringing services to the people where they live. Te Ora's new Tamariki Ora office celebrated with dignitaries and locals marking the milestone opening.
Quite some time now, many people in the community, ourselves, Lakes DHB, general practice like Dr. Alistair McLean, have recognised the need to take services to the people, and this clinic is very much about taking services to where people are actually living and going into the community where they are. The service is also about integration and integrating a wide number of services, not just health services. Because when a family is in need, they quite often need a range of services, from health to social, sometimes to justice, sometimes to policing, sometimes to people like the Justice of the Peace, in order to bring all the little components in their life together.
This weekend, Ngāti Whakaue gather for the inaugural Whakanuia event being held at Ohinemotu. Organiser Anna Morrison says she's looking forward to a rekindling of whānau ties.
The principles that are really the founding principles of the Whakanuia weekend is reconnecting and restoration of whakapapa and whanaungatanga, and that's across all across the generations. So it's going to be an event where we hope will continue the momentum of positive transformation for whānau, and really just for us to celebrate being Ngāti Whakaue and the positive things about your taha Māori. The Kapahaka Day is the open event for the whole community and anyone really who wants to come down and see. It's going to be at Ohinemotu at Te Papaioru Marae, and it's going to run from about 8:30 in the morning to about 4:30 in the afternoon. So there's going to be kai stalls, merchandise stalls, as well as lots of kapahaka and actually they will also have music entertainment at lunchtime. So just a whole wonderful day, great day for the family, great day out for people who may not be Ngāti Whakaue or wider community members to come down and just participate. So look forward to seeing you.
In sport tonight, organisers of the Te Arawa Awards are recommending whānau get in quick and get their tickets for this month's event. Te Papatākaro o Te Arawa General Manager Paura Te Huruhanganui says judges are assessing this year's nominations. He says the event is always a sellout as everybody wants to celebrate iwi's success.
But it's quite a closed event because the nominees number, the recipients will number around 50. And they get to choose to bring some of their family members or not, and the capacity is only for 300 people there. So with the sponsors, with our board members and VIPs, and with the recipients, tickets are very, very scarce.
And the Te Arawa Awards are on Sunday, the 28th of September. To your weather update now. Tonight, fine southerlies, overnight a low of 7. Tomorrow Wednesday, mostly sunny, chance shower in the afternoon. Light winds, a high of 17 and low of 4. Looking out to Thursday, cloud increasing, light winds, a high of 15 and low of 9. Marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Wednesday, southerly 10 knots, easing early morning, waves less than half a metre, and mainly fine. Still to come tonight on City News, we talk with New Zealand First candidate Fletcher Tabutho about his high placing on the party list, and we're at Lincoln Park Community Centre to find out about a new prepay internet system launched by Compass that's allowed the centre free access to the internet.
Down here, downtown Rotorua, City Focus behind us, we've bumped into Fletcher Tabutho, who is the candidate for New Zealand First. Hi Fletch, how's it going?
Very well, thanks. Hi.
That's good. How long have you been with New Zealand First?
I've been with the party for 21 years. Yeah, a very long time now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So if you've been with the party for 21 years, who were you before you joined? So let's go back 21 years ago. Let us know about yourself.
Actually, 21 years ago, I can honestly say I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So I'm still in my 30s at the moment. So back then, I was just a pretty typical teenager. I was a student up at Waiariki at that time, doing the New Zealand Diploma of Business, just out of high school and making new friends up there. Yeah.
How did you stumble upon becoming a part of this party?
It was a real movement back then, especially with Māori at the time, and so Mum and Dad were quite political, and Mum is the Māori in the family, and so she and the family were getting really involved. So I was kind of dragged along and just got brought into the culture and started thinking about politics. Yeah.
So you were a teenager. What were your hobbies before you joined politics?
I used to be a gamer, a computer gamer, and the old PlayStation and things like that. Sports, loved sports and things like that. So I don't know, pretty typical back then, eh?
Pretty typical.
Yeah.
Rugby? Was it rugby?
Volleyball, actually. I was more the volleyball and the volleyball team at high school, using my height to good advantage at the net, that kind of thing.
Yeah. What school?
Rotorua Boys High School.
Rotorua.
Rotorua, that's right. Yeah.
So you're ranking 4th on the list,
Yep.
which means you are going to get a seat if your party gets through.
That's right.
How do you feel about that?
So at the moment, I'm torn between excitement and just trying to keep it calm, because politics is such a fickle game, and you don't want to presume anything as well. So I don't want to come across as, thinking that I've already got there. There's still so much to do, so much work to do. So I'm keeping calm, keeping my cool, and just getting on with the business of meeting with people and talking to people and, trying to get the message out there.
Well, let's look at politics for a second here, because it's a bit of a jungle at the moment, isn't it, with everything that's happening? What's your view on it, and what is it that you're doing to make sure you don't get caught up in all that?
I think I'm quite lucky that I'm not being an actual politician, and I think people should know that I don't actually want to be what we would consider the typical politician. I just want to get in there and do a job, get on with doing a job, and at the moment I've been campaigning on growing Rotorua and looking after our youth. So for me, I don't want to be part of politics, I want to be part of a solution. And so I'm excited about getting into government or into Parliament and trying to make a difference. And I hope I can avoid playing the game. Yeah.
So you are a local,
Yep.
and I heard you tap on some of your, beliefs, but what are your core values? What is it that you want to bring to this town?
So just to start with, the campaign this time around has been about youth and growing our region, because I have been a high school teacher, my wife's a primary school teacher, I work up at Waiariki at the moment, so as a lecturer and a head of a department, and I'm an economist, and I've been a business mentor for nearly over 8 years in town here, helping local businesses. So for me, those are gaps that I don't think the government's doing enough for us, and they just happen to be a skill set that I have, that I offer, and so that's what I want to bring. I'm passionate about helping people and making a difference, and if I can do that, if I can get on with a job like I said, I'd just be ecstatic.
You wear so many professional hats, but who are you at home?
Oh, you want to talk to my wife about that? I'm a dad and a husband. Mum and Dad have passed away, unfortunately, but so my main job at home is being a dad and looking after the family, and just chilling out. I like to chill out at home, to be quite honest. I've got a big screen TV down in the basement, and I try and get down there as much as I can. None of that lately, but when I can, yeah.
Big screen TV, what's your favourite movie?
Oh, that's a hard question at the moment. Maybe I'm really looking forward to the latest Hunger Games, the next one in the series. I don't know what it's called, but big fan of Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, does your wife know about that?
I don't think so.
Shh, don't tell her.
Yeah.
Hey, look, thank you so much for stopping in and having a chat. But before you go, is there just a message that you want to put out there? Is there something that you'd like Rotorua to know?
Yeah, I think Rotorua, I hope and I would like to think that they might be excited about the fact that I'm number 4 on the list. I think when they think about it, that means that they have a real chance of getting another MP representing Rotorua's, the Rotorua electorate. And so if they think about that and really process that, there's an opportunity there. Let them vote for the candidate that they will to represent them in Parliament. But actually, if they give us their party vote, give New Zealand First your party vote, it's almost guaranteed, touch wood, and that they'll get me as well. So
thank you so much, Fletcher. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We've popped down here to the Linton Park Community Centre to have a chat with Rick Mansell, who's the manager, about how they became to be the winners of free internet access for a whole year. So Rick, the Community Centre is one of the winners of the Compass Communications unlimited free internet access for a whole 12 months.
That's right. We saw the opportunity when they put it on. It was on internet somewhere and I discovered it, and it's free fiber optics connection to the internet, which means that your speed's picked up a bit. But the one that really attracted a nonprofit organization was the free internet connection for a year. That's also included our telephone. It's included the connection to 3 of our computers and Wi-Fi for the whole center, because quite a few of our user groups use Wi-Fi or use computer programs for a number of things. We've got groups that are doing horticulture courses. We've got other groups that do some training and things, and so they'll often come in and ask for the Wi-Fi password just to do it. So it means a great reduction in our overhead costs, which is always a very, very difficult thing for nonprofit organizations that are trying to keep things for the community at reasonable prices. And we're doing that so far, but we're often worried about where we're going to get the money next month.
So you said you found it online. What was the process like going through it right up until the point you became the winner?
Simply, it was very, very easy for us. We made application for it. They said our application had been received. They indicated that they were it was a community one, they were looking for support. So I asked the volunteers that we have that keep our Facebook up to date and our website up to date if they could ask people out there that read our Facebook if they could please support us with where the voting website was. And our website, or our Facebook, actually gets picked up by at least 24 other community groups, and I guess they just sent it out all to theirs, because we cut and paste from theirs and put their messages on. So if they're offering an event now, they'll often just send it on somebody's Facebook, and all the other Facebooks pick it up and put it on there. So we get the news out fairly quickly about things that are happening in the community. And I guess from there, people just go and responded to it, and next thing I knew, we got a call saying yes, we were getting free connection. And I explained to them that we were a community group. that was good, and that it was going to take a little bit extra effort to get the fiber optics down to us, because the end of the road's probably about 70 meters away. And no problems, they came in, installed it, and I watched all their new machinery. They don't dig tunnels they got a thing that goes into the ground, and then it burrows the empty cable through, and then they squeeze the fiber optics through it. So it was really very intellectually challenging for me.
So it was really efficient the way they just come in, they set it all up, and then within days, weeks, months, minutes, you were able to get online?
As soon as they're very busy right now installing fiber optics around the whole of Rotorua, and so we waited our turn, and then when it came, they installed it all. They were very helpful, and since then we've been using it. We've converted over, no bill appearing. And just a few little blips with a new installation, as probably we've plugged a wire into the wrong port or something, and then on the phone they correct it, but then when it doesn't correct properly, we call again and they say, oh no, you can't put that port in there. And so we're working through those problems.
Well, we can't all be internet technicians.
Yeah,
now,
right.
you did say that one of the benefits is that it keeps the overheads down, but you also touched on the groups that come in to use it and who they are. And so what groups have been able to use it so far, and what have they used it for?
Okay, a couple of our church groups have used it. One of the church groups is a Filipino church group. They're connected to their head church in Manila, and sometimes they go to headquarters for their big cathedral, and they do part of the cathedral service that's happening in Manila. They do it in Rotorua for their people here. We've got agricultural groups that are offering some horticulture and organic courses, and they put some of their things onto I think it's their Facebook, and then they just broadcast a bit of their Facebook when people are here. We've got other people that are coming in and doing some therapy, and they found some stuff on YouTube or some things on there that they think their client groups will be interested in. So they just come and get the Wi-Fi and away they go. We've got some people that bring their children in, and the children start getting noisy, and then they find out we've got Wi-Fi, and so they come and they ask, and they use the Wi-Fi for their babysit their children for an hour or so while they're doing their volunteer work, and so it's used for a whole host of services.
Well, thank you so much for having us. I can see that you're setting up for Community Kai, so we better not get in the way and let you get back to all the good work. So you heard it here, prize winners, well deserving of the free internet access for a whole year from Compass Communications. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
With all the exciting new changes happening around this beautiful city, we're now going to speak with people who have been stepping up into new roles that have been around for quite a while, but who are able to bring life and zest to these positions. With me today we have Mary Beth Akers, who has stepped into the position of the Arts Village Manager. Mary, can we know a little bit about you? What's your background?
Hi, my background is mostly in youth development and community development. I'm not an artist per se, but I'm a really big circus arts enthusiast, so it's a really exciting new position, and I'm enjoying getting a chance to have a whole new relationship with all the people who come through the village.
Well, you developed a relationship before this position as well, because you did touch on, your background within performance or within the circus, and you had a hula hoop, or you have a hula hoop business, don't you?
Yeah, so I after hours run a little hula hoop business, which is hooping.co.nz, and I originally had started volunteering here at the Arts Village, and then stepped up into a vacant position within the office, and it's been really such a fantastic opportunity to take over from the excellent work Tanya's been doing.
Well, it really just sounds like a natural progression to me, so congratulations.
Thank you.
What is the philosophy that you're bringing down here to the village?
So we're really excited to get, as a public space, to get the whole of Rotorua in and using us and enjoying taking a bit of ownership of space that's theirs as a community facility about the arts. We're really wanting to make sure that every demographic, all ages, are bringing, having the opportunity to have a lot of fun here. Yeah.
So it really is inclusive of every single person in the community.
Absolutely, and looking at who's using us really well and who we maybe need to target a little bit more.
What are some exciting new things that you've got coming up in the pipeline?
So we've got 2 big new projects that we are really thrilled to be launching. Yesterday we launched the Arts Village Kids Club, which is an umbrella branding to bring all of our children's and kids' activities that we run here under one branding, so parents can find out really easily about what's happening, and the kids who keep coming back to the programs can get rewards for their attendance, and also so that we can let everybody know all in one easy way about the new classes, the after school art program run with Lani that happens here, and the school holiday programs. And we're also coming up for Youth Week next year. We're doing a big youth project here aimed at having young people between the ages of 14 and 24, giving them a really good opportunity to use their artistic expression and voice about the spaces and the revitalisation of the central business district that's been happening.
This really is a hub of creativity, but also a hub of expression. You mentioned that you want people to come down here and make use of this space. Who's currently using the space?
Currently, so the Arts Village as it is now was done, I think, almost 12 years ago. Because of that, times have really changed. 12 years ago, if you wanted to learn how to knit, you could you couldn't Google it. You'd come somewhere like this and you'd meet people and you'd find out, maybe flick through an encyclopedia for some tips. But now if you want to know, you have people look online, so it's just changing the way we communicate so that everybody's got a really good chance of getting the most out of us. We have found a lot of families, those with young children, those at home, elderly people, everybody who currently uses us, we love having here. It's just looking at a couple of the gaps, just specifically around youth and arts that maybe are a little bit more technology dependent.
A lot of people in our community, of course, they know about the Hot Lakes Craft Market that are down here is once a month. When's our next one coming?
So we have them 6 times a year over the summer period. The next one, the first one back after the little winter break, is September the 14th, down here at the Arts Village outside between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. It's going to be a great event with lots of locally made goods, food, music, but also 2 really cool public art contribution projects for the Tulip Festival. One, which is called Replanted, is with artists Nicola Wright and Ali Rogers, a community-led art project where people are using recyclable plastic materials to make tulips. They're going to make a beautiful exhibition outside. The other one is a yarn bomb project for the Tulip Festival. We have workshops running at the market, but also in the week leading up to that. Best way to find out about those is to go online to our website or come have a chat to us at the desk.
There you have it. If you have something to offer, if you'd like to learn something new, pop down here to the team at the Arts Village and chat with the new manager, Mary Beth.
That was Melanie Groves reporting there from the Arts Centre. If you have a news event TV Rotorua can support, call our office and talk with one of the team on 07 34 88984 or email news@tvrotorua.co.nz. And if you've missed anything in tonight's show, you can watch again at tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for watching tonight from all the team here at City News. For Māori.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand